you from a very dark place. This is the wall where people were shot to death. We are inside Auschwitz camp, concentration camp in Poland. Why we are here? It's because today is Yom HaShoah, a day of memory of all the Jewish people that were killed during the Holocaust by Nazi Germany. We are now in one of the courtyards between the buildings where the prisoners were held. And you will see a lot of people today. A lot of Israelis, a lot of Jewish people from all over the world, remembering those who have died and also manifesting that Israel is alive. Am Israel High. As you can see, the people are just gathering. There will be much more people coming to this place, and there will be a march from Auschwitz to Birkenau. A march of white and blue flags. A very emotional moment. So I will be giving you today some of the reports from that. This is just starting. Many groups are just coming in, and it's still morning in Poland. So you will see many different groups from different countries visiting this very dark place. So to tell you a little bit about the history of this place, this is both a concentration camp and a death camp. In Poland, there were two types of camps. Some of the camps were concentration camps where people worked as slaves, but there were also death camps where people just arrived to be killed. Auschwitz is a concentration camp, but Birkenau, where we will march, about a mile and a half long from here, was a death camp. So you see many different signs here. This is a group from Germany, Lithuania, all over the world really. And it's, in a way, again, a powerful sign that Hitler's plan to exterminate the Jewish people didn't work out, was not successful. I hope you can hear me right. There's many exhibitions here, and sometimes there are some videos that are played. Here you can see a group from Poland. So I hope you can hear me right. Great, thank you. Thank you, Sal. Good to hear you. Good to see that you hear me. So the march should start around 1 p.m. So there will be this march beginning, but now it's just people just gathering. As you can see, today we have a nice weather in Poland. So this is helpful, because if it would rain, it would be difficult for the people to stand in the rain. So again, we are in Auschwitz, not in Birkenau. Usually you hear this Auschwitz-Birkenau, but actually those were two camps. Auschwitz was a much smaller camp where people worked, where Nazi Germany basically was using the Jewish people as slaves in different factories around this area. This is an area in the south of Poland where quite close to Germany. It was very well communicated. There was many railroads leading to this city. That's why this camp was created here. And of course, Auschwitz is much, much smaller than Birkenau. Birkenau is a gigantic camp that we will see later on. But this is more of a work camp. Nevertheless, people were exhausted working here. They were given rations of food, just enough to survive maybe 2 weeks. And slowly they were getting weaker and weaker every day. They were giving very small rations of food until they died, and then they were replaced by another group. So in total, in Auschwitz and Birkenau, think about it, 1.1 million people were killed. It's hard to even imagine. It's extraordinary that after all those years, the Jewish population still did not recover fully from the Holocaust. So here you can see, you can hear some of the testimonies of Holocaust survivors.
And one family jumped, but out of excitement, they left their little girl, their little daughter.
So there's mainly young people, as you see, gathered here, which is also powerful. It's the future of Israel. You can see a big screen over here. So you can see how it looks over here.
Thousands of people from around the world gather in Auschwitz on Holocaust Remembrance Day. Max Klauben has traveled on the March of the Living 10 times, sharing his story with thousands of students. He is a survivor of the Warsaw Ghetto and the concentration camps of Majdanek, Butzin, and Flossenburg, where much of his family perished. He was liberated on April the 23rd, 1945.
I am a strong believer that we must tell the story, but present it in a way and with emotions that will not create the same hatred that was done to us. We were ready to...
So you see the chimneys.
On my left side, there was...
Here in Auschwitz there were gas chambers, of course, and also a crematorium where the bodies were burned. But in Birkenau, it's just so much bigger. And it's hard to even imagine such a place to exist, where children, women were killed on a mass scale. It was not done by bullets. It was done by Cyclone B gas in the gas chambers. People thought they were entering showers. It was even created as if they are entering a shower, but instead of water, you had gas coming out. Later on, the bodies were collected and burned to ashes. Very sobering history and a lesson for humanity. What happens when you reject God, when you reject the values presented in the Bible? This is what brings you, because you have to think about it. Germany was the most intellectual country in the world at that time. They had scientists, they had very educated people, and they created this. A factory to kill people. So guys, I'm gonna take a break now, just to conserve my battery, but I will continue to report today from the March of the Living, and you will also be able to see Birkenau. So this is Auschwitz. People are just gathering, but they will soon begin the march, and I will be reporting for you this incredible event. So stay tuned. Shalom for now. God bless you.